YouTube fam, what is going on? It has been a minute, hasn't it? I know I haven't been uploading in a little while. That's for good reason. I'm gonna get into it in another video. But I needed to take a moment right now to talk about something very, very interesting. This has actually been on my radar for quite a little bit of while, but it is insane. I need to break it down. So let's jump right into it. Here it is, guys. Are you ready? Welcome to Genesis. Honestly, by far, this is one of the coolest projects that I have seen in a very, very long time. And there's a reason. I mean, I popped out of the dark once again. Here I am making a YouTube video because this is too damn good not to talk about it. I know, I haven't even finished my rebranding and all that stuff. I just couldn't wait. This is too amazing. And I'm actually going to say something really crazy, right? Don't attack me, don't kill me for saying it. And this is not financial advice, but I am getting Azuki vibes, okay? And I'll explain that in a few points coming up. First of all, here you get a bit of a sneak peek of the artwork. Obviously all female, very, very clean. That's my first point regarding Azuki. Azuki's art is very, very clean. As a matter of fact, my personal opinion, when Azuki came out in December, it was the cleanest art we have ever seen. Just perfect. Every detail, every little trait, everything fits so well. The colors, the backgrounds, the faces, just everything was just perfect. And that's the vibes that I'm getting here. I mean, look at that. There's so many things happening in every single PFP, right? It's very different. The traits just fall in so nicely. They just integrate, and it's just so perfect. I love it. I really genuinely love it. Again, another thing that I like is the mission and how they go about it. Not sure if everybody was around when Azuki was minting, but the way that I personally believe they got the community engaged is with the story. They managed to connect emotionally with their audience, and it was all about, hey, you know what? We're some really cool guys. We're rebels. We're here to change the world. Web3. We're gonna be building, and we're gonna do all these things. And a lot of people got really emotionally attached to that idea, and it's very similar because Genesis right here, Gen Cis, I suppose. Yeah, they're doing the same thing. Subculture today, mainstream tomorrow. We shape the future together, slowly but surely. And it's very evident, and I believe their words are actually very true. So let's move on to the next part, which is operations. Off the bat, amazing art. This is insane. This is absolutely insane. So we have a little bit of a breakdown. This is some lore going on right here. We scroll a little bit down, and this is where things get crazy, guys, okay? This is where things literally get crazy. So off the bat, the squad, the base of operations, we have... I'm gonna stuff this up, I know. Gar Lira, I believe, okay? Director, I believe that the most beautiful things are born when completely opposite things are combined. So previous works and collabs, CPDR, Red Cyberpunk 2077, official promotional illustration, Riot Games, League of Legends, product design, Square Enix, Final Fantasy, Mobius character art, and Capcom Resident Evil series character concept design. So we have a very experienced, very talented artist right here. Again, his name is Gar Lira. I don't know much about the artist, but I can tell one thing is that he or she is extremely talented. I've actually spent a little bit of time on their IG, and it's super clear, and I'm gonna share that with you guys a little bit later. But here we have some of the other team members, their links, basically who they are. Some very interesting thing going on this side of the screen, which you guys will see in a little bit of a second as well. But if we scroll a little bit down, we're starting to finally understand a little bit more about the actual mint process itself, as well as basically what to expect. And I have to say, it's very interesting. So here's what we know, right? There's going to be 4 stages. There's a pre-minting stage, there's a mint list, there's a white list, and a public stage, as well as a total collection supply of 10,000 NFTs. Now, I find this very interesting. So first stage, this is a free mint. One mint max mint list. You can mint again 1 mint max with a 0.1 ETH price. Whitelist you can mint 2 at 0.15. Public you can mint 3 at 0.2. Now the reason why I say this is very interesting, and I'm sure you would have noticed this by now, so there's been so many things happening the last few months, right? Collections of this size, 10,000, not a lot of them sell out these days, okay? Basically what we've noticed is more and more, the smaller the collection is, the better it does. And we've also seen many times large collections, you know, like 10, 15k or something, starting off, and then halfway through the mint, they actually end up burning the supply because they don't end up selling out. Second thing is we've also noticed, you know, projects in which they have a higher price, you know, anything above 0.1, not actually selling out off the bat and, you know, not doing so well. But this is where all of this changes. I don't think this applies. I really do not think this applies to Genesis. The level of the artwork, the story, what they've been building so far, the connections, this cultural thing that they've already started with the community, right? As well as the experience of the team and everything they've done. This website alone just speaks volumes, okay? I genuinely believe this is gonna fly. I get it, it's a big collection, I get it, the main price is on the higher end, and especially now with everything that's going on, you know, we're like, what, less than like, I think like a little bit over 12 hours away from the Bored Ape land mint, and yeah, you know, a lot of liquidity is gonna get sucked out of the land, but out of the market, but this is one that I think will truly fly, and I'm gonna do my best to actually scoop a number of them on the secondary. So let's go a little bit deeper into the senshi. So right here, we basically get a chance to look into the classes. So the very first class is Pure, the Paladins unit, right? So you see these characters, female characters, armed with all sorts of weapons. You know, this is what, like a axe of some sort, a gun, one of those crossbow things, again, swords. The next one, we got the Vipers. This basically screams to me like assassins type of thing, you know, like lower knives, throwing knives kind of thing, like some sort of punching type of thing. But again, really freaking dope. We got Fenrir, which is, it's almost like hybrid humans, you know, with some animal traits. And these are, I think, my favorite by far. The mutants, they seem to somehow have like some sort of supernatural power, so like blood. I'm not sure what that is, but this is obviously fire. This potentially fire. She's got like a flame sword, something. But man, they look so freaking clean. Actually, let me make my actual thing a little bit smaller. There you go, guys. And I'm gonna quickly go back just for you guys to be able to see the other sneak peeks as well, just quickly. Really clean stuff. There you have it. But yeah, really clean artwork. The last one, we have the royals right here, the EMP reel. Again, these are, you know, these are basically the royals. This lady right here, she basically looks like an angel or an archangel of some sort. And yeah, they are all of them absolutely amazing. The sixth one is TBA, right? They will announce it very shortly, and I think that's going to be really exciting. But let's pump things a little bit. I'm gonna make this a little bit bigger. So first thing first, the 7 rules. This is, again, going back into the lore a tiny bit, as well as their beliefs. It's kind of like a mission statement, which I actually love. I think it's really cool for an NFT project to deliver something like that. So number 1, we don't overpromise, we only aim to deliver. 2, quality is never overlooked just to achieve quantity. 3, collaborations means creating something together for the future. 4, we reveal only when we are prepared. 5, always remain humble, but take pride as a senshi. 6, develop and strengthen rather than compare ourselves to others. 7, after all, we are all senshis. That's really freaking awesome. And showroom, that's not accessible just yet, but I'm gonna go back to, which one is it? Operations, I believe. Agenda, my bad. So that was number 1, the rules. Number 2, music. Now this is where things really get freaking cool, and I absolutely love it. So again, with Azuki, they had this amazing power in which they were able to connect with their community through a bunch of different things. And this is kind of, I'm getting that vibe again, you know, it's like that mainstream vibe. This is, I'm just like, it just screams inside me. Genesis screams mainstream vibe, and I truly do think it has that potential. So right here it says, A Beautiful Noise is a K-pop label with a wide spectrum of talented artists ranging from hip-hop, ballad, folk, and punk rock. Now, I'll be the first to say, I don't know much about K-pop. I don't actually follow, you know, that music style too much, but I know it is very popular, and I know a lot of people do follow that. So I love that they are, again, I'm not 100% sure how they're going to integrate it, or, you know, to what extent they'll work together, but I love it. I love that it is up there. And also the fact they're looking at getting the public involved and again putting it out there to the world. I think that's awesome, and I think it, you know, it'll reach a lot of people, it'll reach a lot of ears. And that's another thing, you know, the Asian market itself, you know, if we're talking about the NFT market as a whole, we know that that's massive, and we've seen it time and time again, you know, with projects particularly, how can I say this, kind of like hinted and aimed towards the Asian market, just blow up just insanely well, you know. And again, you know, I think that's basically what's going to happen with this as well. So let's quickly go back. I'm gonna close this. We're gonna move to figurines. Again, really amazing stuff, you know, very high-end quality. They're obviously partnering with the best of the best, you know, in the industry, and I love that. They're not looking at, you know, saving money. They're not looking at, you know, delivering on a little dot point on the roadmap like most projects do. They're looking at quality, and it's exactly basically what it says in the mission statement. You know, it's quality over quantity, and I love that. So let's move to the next one. We got fashion, which, my God, if I show you some of the guys, some of the things coming up in a second, my God, that's gonna be insane. But yeah, there's gonna be some fashion artwork, which I think is awesome. Game, again, this is really cool. I love the fact that they basically say it off the bat, hey, you know what, we may release a game, but we don't really know, you know, we're not too sure about this, which I totally agree with them. You know, these days basically every single NFT project out there, it's coming out and they're like, yes, you know, we're gonna drop a game, and the challenge is who's gonna play, you know what I mean? Like, if every single NFT project, and let's be real, there's like 10 coming out pretty much each day minimum, who's gonna play all these games, right? There's only so many people, there's only so much time. You can't have millions of games coming out. And the challenge with that is as well, you know, you use so much funds on delivering what most likely is gonna be a terrible game that majority of people won't play except for a small percentage of your holders. And what I like about them is, you know, they basically say it off the bat, hey, you know, while we may not do this, you know, we may or may not, but what we do like is integrating the avatars into other games, and that makes me very bullish. Number one, I think it's a genius idea. You know, they're basically using their funds the right way, you know, because people will play good games, right? If there's a good game, wouldn't it make sense just take your character and play with that character in a good game, then try to, you know, miraculously make a good game? You know, you go into an industry that you don't have experience, spend ridiculous amounts of money, and yeah, you basically blow, you know, you ruin the project because you lose all the money. So I think this is a very genius idea, but more than anything, what makes me very excited about this is the artist. Remember when we are talking about his or her experience? They have experience in this industry, and this makes me very bullish, because, you know, we have a talented artist with experience. Amazing, very amazing. So let's move on to the next point. That was the game. We got created by the community. Again, a bunch of different things, you know, basically to get the community involved: novels, cosplays, animations, games, dance choreos, cartoons, music, you name it. Which is really awesome as well. I love that they basically, you know, they're taking the time to connect with the community and basically share their appreciation for the project through the community. So this is it's basically, it's not really a roadmap. It's kind of like your ability to see what's taken place from I suppose their planning already, which is really cool. So you can see, you know, in February this has taken place, you know, in February 22 again, people were able to vote, you know, do you want this, do you want this other weapon, some other things, you know, with the reveal of the 6 classes. 5 of them have been revealed, 1 is TBA, and April 2022 more stuff is to come. Now it also says in here decentralized IP, which that is very exciting. If you know, if the people actually own the IP to the NFTs, I think that's really dope. But let me actually show some really cool stuff with you guys. So off the bat, I mean, the cosplays itself, look, I get it, you know, people do all sorts of stuff to basically get a whitelist spot. I get that, but this is to a whole different level. Like, this is amazing. I mean, look at this stuff. This is insane. And this is the sort of stuff that basically goes viral. This is the sort of stuff that, you know, catches the eye, catches attention, people connect with it, and it creates that cultural shift. Because that's one big lack in this space, you know, like faces, like people, right? And I love this. This is like, it's truly like, I mean, come on, look at this. And you know, and I get it. These are real people, you know, just people basically taking part in this contest. There was a contest, you know, the cosplay contest, but it's actually so freaking amazing, and it's so good. It really, like, I mean, look at that. It's like spot on, man. And here's actually some sneak peeks. Now, I don't fully understand what this is, but I thought it was really cool. So it says 3D artwork by Yerin Kim. Now, I'm not sure if this is just, you know, a member of the community that released this 3D artwork, or if it's maybe somebody that they work with, or some, you know, maybe one of their team members. I'm not sure. But for a 3D artwork, I have to say it is super, super clean. Okay, I don't know. This maybe is a sneak peek into what the skins will look like for the actual game. Maybe it's a future drop, you know, kind of like, you know, how, for example, Karafuru is doing, you know, they first had a 2D, now they're gonna drop a 3D collection. Maybe it's like that. I'm not sure, guys, but either way, this basically screams that, hey, you know what? Yes, our artwork is really good 2D, but wait till you see it 3D. And that's actually amazing, because most 3D artwork these days is pretty bad, right? Very, very few 3D projects actually pull it off, and that actually looks amazing. Just lots of detail, very, very clean, and there's actually like, it just looks alive, and that's what most of these 3D projects lack, is just that feeling of being alive, you know? This literally screams alive, which is amazing. I love it. So yeah, overall, very, very bullish sentiment. You know, we have amazing artwork. We've got a goated team, guys with experience, a very dope roadmap that I think they can actually deliver on, an amazing website. They've been blowing up on basically on Twitter. You know, they have 157,000 followers. They've done collabs with some of the biggest projects out there, including Nanoverse, PXN. And every single thing about it literally screams blue chip, you know? I mean, I get it, you know, they haven't minted, you know, I get it. I'm the crazy guy for even saying something like that. But it also screams, you know, Azuki vibes. Like, everything they've done is so well and just spot on, exactly what you would expect from you know, a blue chip. And they're also very smart with who they collab and how they go about it, and I can tell that they care about their reputation, you know. And I'm sure for a project of this size, they probably get bombarded day in and day out, you know, by the smaller projects. Hey, can we do a collab? Can we do this? But that's what's really interesting about this project as well. If you actually look back on who they call collabing, there's very few projects that they actually have, and the ones that they have are like really dope, high tier projects. You know, you don't get those like total fake, you know, like as Bored Ape, Azuki, Monkey, Doodles, Clonix, something, you know, like some crazy ass derived. They basically only partner with the best of the best, and I think that's actually amazing, guys. But that's about it. I am overly very bullish, as you can tell. I'm very, very excited for this mint. I'm gonna hopefully be able to snipe a couple on the floor if it doesn't pump too much. I'm really hoping there's going to be some paper hands out there, because like I said, I'm super, super bullish for this. This is truly incredible. But that's about it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and in the very next few days, I'll be uploading more videos. Once again, I'll be going back to my good old schedule, and I'll be looking forward to spending more time with you guys. Till next time, catch you guys.